Hello, troopers, and welcome to the 501st Com Chatter. I'm Chloe.
I'm Will, and today we have another wonderful episode ahead of us. We have quite a bit to discuss as it's been a little while. Sorry about that. But we do have a Tales of the Empire. No, Tales of the Underworld. Apologies. Tales of the Underworld trailer to talk about. We have a Andor Season 2 new trailer to talk about.
Because we already talked about one, but there's been a new one.
Yes, and there is a part of the trailer which you are very excited for, which you will go into in detail, I'm sure. And we have a load of figure reveals that were revealed during Hasbro Pulse's like YouTube Live the other day.
Yep.
Some Star Wars Celebration exclusives, some Hot Toys as well.
Yep.
So there's a lot to go into.
There is.
So yeah.
And if you guys didn't know what Tales of the Underworld was, basically yesterday they announced a new series. So you guys may know the Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Empire, but now they've come out with Tales of the Underworld. So it's going to be stories of two different bounty hunters.
Mm-hmm.
One being Cad Bane and one being Asajj Ventress. So we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But
yeah. Again, looks
very exciting.
Yeah, and I had no idea this was coming.
Yeah.
Didn't have a clue. This took me by surprise.
I think
there'd been like rumors, but like I hadn't seen anything.
Yeah, and I think after Tales of the Empire came out, I remember saying on the episode they could do so many more of these, and I was thinking like Tales of the Bounty Hunters. But Tales of the Underworld is definitely a better name.
Yes. And it is, again, it's quite interesting because it's a part of, Star Wars with two characters that we'd kind of like to see more about.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think it'll be a good one.
Yeah.
And it comes out on May the 4th.
Day after my birthday.
Yes. Yes. So should we get into today's episode?
Yes.
Okie dokie. Well, I thought I'd start by sharing a pic from something that arrived the other day.
Yes.
As you guys know, we have Will the Clone Trooper, but he recently got an upgrade to the 501st, and here he is.
Our 501st helmet.
I do apologise for the lack of emotion coming from me in this photo, but it is still very cool, isn't it?
It is. It's our first 501st helmet, and we just had to get it because we're the 501st contract. Like, how can we not have a 501st helmet?
Exactly.
And we absolutely love these Hasbro Black Series ones. Like, not only are they just really detailed and really good quality, but like they're just so fun to run about the house in, like filming TikToks and stuff, because you gotta have a bit of fun. And also it's a bit nostalgic, really, because as a kid we all had the old Hasbro helmets, and like the visors on them were just massive. Like I had the Vader one with the big eyes. I know you had it as well. But Hasbro have definitely upped their game since the early 2000s, and now we have these. But yeah, we have a little growing collection of our Hasbro Black Series helmets.
Well, we've got 4 in total.
Yes.
So we have Phase 1 Reg Trooper. So Phase 2. Sorry, I'm just getting confused there. We have the regular Phase 2 helmet, which became Will the Clone Trooper.
Yes.
So when I was doing...
So if you scroll back quite a bit on our TikTok, you'll see some early ones where we did like...
I think we posted some on the Instagram as well, so have a check out on that. But it is basically me doing little funny sketches as Will the Clone Trooper. I love doing them. They were so fun. And
I love the perfume one. That's one of my favorites.
Eau de Cologne.
Yes, by Camino.
That was a good one.
Little perfume
Got
advert.
that.
There's definitely more to come, but also we can have fun with our first one now.
Yes. So obviously we had that one that sort of started it off.
Mhm.
And then we got the Captain Rex one. Again, I had to get that. Rex is our favourite, isn't he? You know, like we love Rex.
He's the best clown.
You know, we haven't actually like done any TikToks with the Rex one like together yet.
Yes.
But then we just got this one.
Mhm.
So we now have like 3 clones, which is very cool.
And then I had the Mando helmet
Yeah.
before I even met Will, but
Yes.
that's still
It
one
is still very
our
cool,
collection because they're all our.
It is very cool, and this one, the detail is on it is really good. So as you can see in the photo here, you can see like the like paint scuffs on the blue to make it look like it's actually been in battle.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the paint, the color is perfect as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, love it. All the clone troopers got an upgrade. But yeah, so I thought we'd just show that one just as a bit of fun. Going into reveals then. So these ones are going to be the vintage collection that was shown on the Hasbro Pulse live stream. The other, when was it? Was it last week?
Yeah, I think it was a week ago. I think it was last Thursday. Or was it Tuesday?
Might have been Tuesday.
I think it was last Tuesday, actually.
But yeah, so they started off with vintage collection, and they've got Luke's land speeder set. Now this speeder just comes with the land speeder itself and Tatooine Luke. Obviously, the art on the box includes like Stormtrooper, Obi-Wan Kenobi, C-3PO and R2-D2, but I think those ones are ones you can like buy separately and add to it. So
yeah, a bit like the Cantina one, where like it didn't come with every single person.
Yeah, you got to like buy add on to the set, and I mean the box does look really cool. Like it is properly giving off that vintage.
I know, yeah.
Star Wars Kenner figures.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, "This looks like something from the '80s."
Yeah.
So
and I think that's the whole point of it. It's meant to be like, you know.
I mean, it's called the Vintage Collection for a reason.
Yes. Here's the like. Again, this isn't a picture from the film. This is like the like this image is taken with like figures.
Yeah.
So you know you can clearly see that you can create such iconic moments with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, very cool. Love the box art on it, and here's the Luke from Tatooine that comes with it. Very cool.
Very nice.
Yeah, so obviously it's a bit of a bigger box. Like, I don't think it's like the Finn box. I think it's like a bit
of a bigger one.
Yeah, a little bit bigger, I think.
Very nice.
So we're going on. We have a Asajj Ventress from the Clone Wars. Quite nice to see that we're getting Clone Wars vintage collection figures.
Yeah.
You know, that always excites me because it. I always get the impression if they're doing figures around the Clone Wars era, it tends to mean that
they'll do a few.
We're getting more Clone Wars stuff like figures and stuff. You know, I still really would love them to do like vintage collection Bad Batch.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I don't even know if they've done. I think they've done like maybe an Omega, but like I don't know why they don't seem to do Bad Batch stuff.
I don't know. But then I'm pretty sure your Rex is from the Bad Batch, isn't it?
This is the thing. We've got the old Rex, and we've got the Rex, which is like the recent one, but it's the Bakara mission in Bad Batch Season 1. But we don't have any of the Bad Batch. And even
so
see where it says Star Wars, the Clone Wars?
Yeah.
It says the Bad Batch in between it. But we don't have any Bad Batch figures. That makes no sense to me.
No.
But maybe one day. Give the Bad Batch some love. But yeah, I like this Asajj figure. Quite cool.
Yeah.
She comes with like, what's really interesting, she comes with 2 lightsabers with the like like red lightsaber already attached,
Hmm.
and she comes with two that aren't attached.
Yeah.
So you can have like her holding the lightsabers without them being like,
Ignited.
yeah,
Yeah.
which is quite interesting.
Mm. I'm pretty sure on like the vintage collection ones before, they've had like a lightsaber that you can remove the blade, but I reckon they must have probably got some complaints where like they've lost part of the lightsaber because it comes out so easily or
Yeah.
something. But who knows? But it's quite cool how you get given the option. Like, I wonder if she's got a little thing on her belt to hang them on.
That would be quite cool.
Yeah.
We have a Carson Teva
Mhm.
from the Mandalorian vintage collection.
This was actually a really cool part of the live stream because the I can't remember his name, but the actor that plays Carson Teva himself announced this one.
Yes, because they had him like join via like a live, like like a live feed, and he held up his own figure, and he's like, but I was saying to you when we were watching it, he must be like an actual fan because he was in like a Star Wars collector's room.
Yeah.
You know, like those rooms you see on like socials where it's like all Black Series figures, Hot Toys, ships, like
with the lighting and everything. It looks so.
So
cool.
I think he is genuinely a
He's
fan.
like a Pinterest board for nerds. So cool.
But again, like I said, it was nice to see because it makes you be like, this guy's actually a fan of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Well, I hope it was his room.
He's not just in it to just say he was in Star Wars. You know, he actually loves it.
And I quite like him as a character.
Yeah. I think he's cool. So,
yeah, there's Carson Teva. Mm-hmm. We have a Dengar from Empire Strikes Back. Now, this is a figure that I haven't, a character I haven't seen in a while. I think they made one before. I don't know why. Something tells me
maybe
that
this is like an upgraded version.
Yeah, maybe like the old one was like the old Kenner style ones, and this is like a newer one. But it does look quite cool. A character that a lot of people forget and don't talk about.
Yeah, I feel like everyone remembers Boba Fett and Bosk.
Yeah.
But people tend to forget about Dengar and Zuckuss.
Forlom, Zuckuss.
Yeah.
And IG-88.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. But it was quite cool when I did enjoy when they added him to the first new Star Wars Battlefront when they were adding in the DLCs and that. I was like, Dengar, bloody hell! I was like, what an interesting choice.
Yeah.
We have Callus from Rebels. So this is going to excite some fans because they'll be like, oh, we're getting Rebels figures again. Well, there you go. Yeah, quite cool.
Yeah.
I think I'm more excited for the fact that they're doing figures from not the most typical film shows, they're doing a Rebels Callus, Does that mean that we're going to get Old Man Rex?
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Or Old Man Wolf or something.
I mean, they had the ghost ship and they had the Kanan, the Ezra, the Hera, Chopper, Sabine. They had the whole ghost crew. So I think this would be actually a really good figure to go with those if you've already got some of those in your collection because you can recreate a little scene.
Yeah.
Maybe him and Zeb
having a bit of a fight before they become besties.
Yeah. And he's got his little spear as well.
He does, and the helmet as well, which looks a bit like a cauldron whenever I saw it in the Rebels. So we got some Black Series as well. We only got 3, but we got someone that we have been anticipated getting a figure for a long time, which is SM33.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't announce him when they did the rest of the Skeleton Crew ones, because he is a main part of the crew and of the story.
Yeah. Sure.
He is in the bigger box because he is quite a big figure.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see here, very posable, very detailed as well. Like he's got a bit of like weathering on the shoulders and the joints.
Mm-hmm.
You can have him with the like shield, like arms, which is quite cool.
Mm-hmm.
But my favorite detail about this, right?
Yep.
They have included as like part of the like figure, the like little rat thing that lives
Goes
in his head,
eye.
fuzzball, whatever they've
Yep.
decided to call him.
And in the live stream, they got a pair of tweezers and like got it out, and it was the tiniest little thing.
He's so tiny, but it's like
so
such a
easy
cool
to
detail.
lose.
I'm like, oh no!
But I think you have to like open something up at the back of his head to get him out, so he's not going to fall out unless you want to take him out, basically.
But I think a really cool detail.
Yeah.
So,
and we love SM for
Yeah.
He's such a good character, and
can't say I've heard of no Atata.
Yeah, and he's going to go so well with the other members of the group, not the Ghost Crew, the
Skeleton Crew.
But yeah, he is really cool, and I'm glad they've done the figure.
Mm-hmm. Especially like I said, the little detail of that little like
the
rat
little mouse, yeah,
in his head, so cool.
Yeah.
So we have a Ezra from Star Wars Ahsoka. So this is the look that we see when he reunites with Ahsoka on Peridia.
Yeah.
And he's got his blue lightsaber that he's constructed on Ahsoka's ship, because obviously Sabine's got his one now. It's very detailed. It looks very much like him.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I remember like ages ago, we knew this figure was coming because like his chainmail had been like leaked.
Yeah.
So you knew it was coming, but he does look very cool. And his lightsaber's got that like Kanan, like top of the hilt, which he obviously creates in order, like as inspiration from it. But yeah, very cool fig.
Yeah.
I really liked this one. I have just realised though that in the box, this Death Trooper. So it's a Death Trooper figure from Ahsoka. But I don't know if it's just because of the camera angle that they've taken the photo, but like he does look a bit chubber.
Yeah.
Like he looks a bit of a chunky Death Trooper there.
He does.
But like I know he's not. I know the figure's just a normal figure. But it's just the way that obviously the camera's there. But I thought this was quite cool because we were like, we've got a Death Trooper figure.
Yeah.
Not just the like a zombie one. But like the pose that they had him in as well on the like little display thing.
Yeah.
They had him like proper zombie look, and I was like, I love this.
It is very cool.
Very cool.
I did see someone point out online.
I was going to see if you noticed this.
The number 17. Is this what you were thinking?
Yeah.
The number 17 is the same number as the Anakin from Ahsoka. So I think they're probably going to have to change that, otherwise it get a bit confusing for collectors.
Yeah. So for those who are listening, on the box where it says like Night Trooper, it has a number.
So you know which order to put them in for like the art on the side, I think.
Well, that means there's 17 figures. That doesn't sound right.
Of just Ahsoka.
Well, there's 18. Yeah, from the series Ahsoka. But
I don't know how they work out.
But one of the figures from the Ahsoka series is the Clone Wars flashback Anakin, and he is also number 17. So people are a bit like, you made a bit of a mistake there, but I'm sure they'll rectify.
They'll work out.
Moving on, we have another Black Series, but this is a Star Wars Celebration exclusive, and it is the Ronin and D56 from one of the Visions.
The first episode.
Yeah, like I think it's like the most popular one. Like I've seen a Funko Pop of him.
Yeah.
But it's in like a black and a white look. But I'm glad to see that they've got like an exclusive for Celebration. Like you don't normally get that as a Black Series Celebration exclusive. You know, you sometimes get like Funkos, but
Yeah, but you've never heard of like a Black Series
or
figure,
vintage
yeah.
collection one. But
Yeah.
I really like it, and I think it's a really neat little detail to be like, it's Japanese, you know, Star Wars, you know, Star Wars celebrations in Tokyo.
Mm-hmm.
What better way to sort of honor the art and culture of Star Wars than doing a Star Wars Rebels Visions Black Series exclusive? So very cool.
Very, very cool.
I've got some sort of better ones here of them out the box.
Mm-hmm. I love how they've done his lightsaber in color as well, because it's like that in the anime. Like the only thing that's in color is his lightsaber.
Yeah, very cool. There we go. There's a better look at him, and yeah, and I do know like his head extends. I've seen the picture of it, which is quite cool.
Very nice.
These again are another Star Wars Celebration exclusive, but they are the I can't remember what they're called. I think the company is Medicom. I think I might be wrong. Let me just
They're
double
basically
check
like
that.
little bears, which have the Star Wars like printing on them. So we've got Darth Vader, Stormtrooper, Boba Fett, C-3PO with a silver leg, R2-D2, and the TIE Fighter pilot. But they look quite cool. I mean, it's not my personal taste, but
No,
it's something different, I think. And
yeah. So these are the Medicom toy. I think that's the company. Like it's like a Japanese thing.
yeah.
Medicom toy Star Wars bear bricks. So they look a bit like Lego
Playmobiles,
like figures because of the
but
arms
like a
and
bear.
that. Yeah, but obviously these are the Star Wars ones. So yeah, we got this one, and they also have done a Mandalorian, which is quite cool. Yeah,
something different.
Yeah,
it's almost a bit like Mickey Mouse.
yeah, yeah. Again, like you said, it's not really my thing, but so you know, more celebration exclusive stuff, which is cool.
Yeah.
We also have, again, I think it's another Medicom thing, which I will admit I don't know Medicom, so I'm assuming Medicom toy. Sorry, I'm assuming is like a Japanese figure, like thing out there,
like toy company. Yeah.
They don't look the best, I will be honest, but we have a couple of them. So these are Medicom toy vintage Sofubi Star Wars like celebration exclusive. So we have R2-D2 here, C-3PO, Shadow Trooper
from Battlefront,
Vader, and prototype Boba Fett,
in the white armor,
which is again a really interesting choice. So yeah, I mean, if you're going to celebration and you're into this sort of thing, then you know this is for you. If not, you know, but it's still quite cool to see. You know,
yeah,
it's always nice to see cool, you know, like different Star Wars products. So we say. So these are quite cool. Again, so these are Mafex. Again, I think it's like another company. So these are different to these ones here.
Yeah.
So we have Marfex, Han Solo, and Luke Skywalker in Stormtrooper disguises. Again, Star Wars Celebration exclusive. There's a trend there going on there.
Yep.
So here he is. I mean, the face looks not too bad. They do come with this. So one of these helmets is obviously like Luke's, and the other one is
Han Solo.
Han Solo. Again, like it's not too bad. Here's the Luke one. His face is like looks a little bit weird. Like I don't know why, but I find it a little bit unsettling. But still very cool.
I can see the likeness there, though.
Yeah.
Like, he does look like it's supposed to be Luke.
Yeah, like it's just like I said, it's just something looks a bit weird, but
Yeah, and he's got that helmet hair. He takes off and he's like, "I'm not Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you."
And there's one of them together. So very cool.
Very nice.
They also have done a Marfax Mandalorian Chrome, so he does have the shiny look to him, and he does look very cool. Again, another Celebration exclusive.
It's very similar to like Hot Toys, isn't it?
It is, but I don't know the size of them. But I think they are like
a little bit smaller.
I think they are more like vintage Black Series in between-ish sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah. So there he is again with the best colour stuff. So we have a Stormtrooper
Cherry Blossom version.
Star Wars Celebration exclusive. Cherry Blossom version. So obviously a big part of Japanese art and culture is like sort of porcelain designs of like with like cherry blossom trees and plants on them. So they've done a special Stormtrooper. So this one has the cherry blossoms all over his like outfit, but he comes with a like cherry blossom dressing gown robe that you can put him in. So there he is without the robe. Just a normal Stormtrooper, but again, he's obviously got cherry blossoms all over him. And here he is with the robe, which is quite a bit funny. But yeah.
That's very cool.
We have a Darth Maul concept art hot toy. This one I find a bit weird.
Right? Yeah, I've never seen this concept art.
Neither have I. But I'm so glad that they didn't, because I don't like the horn design on his head.
Yeah.
So for those of you who are listening, like it's a sort of a grey, browny outfit. I think the outfit's really cool. I quite like it.
I think the outfit looks a bit too light to be a Sith Lord, though. So I'm glad they went with the
I get that
for Darth Maul.
I think it looks like a cool design. But
this almost looks like Darth Maul if he was like Darth Tyrannus, where he was a Jedi and then turned Sith.
Yeah, I can see that. Again, this is like
maybe that was
art.
Their original.
But it does look like the face does look like Ray Park. What do you think?
It does.
But again, I don't. This is the thing I don't like about it.
Yeah.
I think he looks a bit silly like that. Would you agree?
Yeah,
he just looks like sort of bold with like
little horns on top of his head.
Well, I know people are going to be like, who are listening, will be like, he's like that anyway. But no, it's like they basically form like a little circle on his head. I don't like it, but
it almost looks like a little mohawk on top of his head.
Which is like,
yeah, I don't know.
I prefer the normal look.
Yeah. But some people that are really into Darth Maul might get this.
Yeah.
But this is another exclusive to Star Wars Celebration.
Oh, was it?
I think.
No, I didn't know that one, but that's very cool.
A lot of exclusives here.
Yes. This Vader's very cool. So this is a Darth Vader dueling effect version. So it's just a normal Darth Vader, but it has red and blue like paint on the on every bit. So it's looking like he's battling like Luke on Bespin. And he's got the reflection of the red lightsaber against his body and the blue. So it's very cool. I mean, as an effect one, it does look very cool. But like, if we were to get this one in our collection,
the wrong angle, it looks a bit like pop arty.
Yeah. I think the problem would be if we were to have this one in our collection, because you wouldn't have the right lighting on it, it would just look a bit weird because it's like a Darth Vader's been like coloured in with like red and blue paint, like pens, when you're a bit bored. So
I think with this one, it is very clever because even a lot of the Darth Vader cosplayers that we know, they always struggle with capturing him on camera because he's all one color, you know. So it's really difficult to see different parts of his costume instead of it just being like a black outfit. So I think this does make it a bit more able to like distinguish different parts of his mask and his outfit.
Yeah.
So I think it's a cool idea.
I think it's cool, but I would prefer, if I was to get a Vader, I would just want like a regular one. Yeah.
And then just put a little light on him.
Yes.
Little red light, recreate the hallway scene.
Definitely. So, Andor season 2.
Mm-hmm.
We got another poster for it, which is a very half and half poster.
Mm-hmm.
So, sort of one half, we have like in the background the Rebel logo,
mm-hmm.
And we have like Andor, Luthen, Sol Guerrera, Mothma, K2SO. We got like X-wings flying off, and it's like Andor's like in the middle, and we've got the Yavin base as well. But then like stood behind or next to Andor, we have like
on the other side.
Yeah, we have the Imperial logo, and we see like Krennic. We see like
the stormtroopers,
Deborah, stormtroopers. Yeah, shuttle, the Death Star, Star Destroyers.
I can't remember his name.
Cyril.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. We have the ISB agent as well.
And there's even like the sort of top of the Death Star walls as well.
Yeah, the like paint, the like design.
It's very well done. This
also very cool. What I've noticed as well, we also got the snow patrol trooper that we see in like Solo.
Yeah.
With the like fur, the like fur on them. It's quite cool. And we got the like tank driver and the tank that they had at Celebration last time. It's very cool.
Very nice.
I
think it's a very well made poster.
Yeah. Obviously, we're just gonna go over some of the pictures that we have here from the trailer. Just talk about them. And yeah, I mean, there wasn't like any real big spoilers. There's maybe one, and it's the one that I'm thinking of. But like, I don't know. I don't know if they would do that, but it's hard to deny it when you see the image. So, going into it then.
Yes.
So we sort of start the trailer off with
with these stormtroopers on what we believe is Empire Day.
Well, this is believed to be the Goran massacre.
Yeah.
So this is meant to be what looks to be like Goran. All the stormtroopers are going to basically kill a load of people. Obviously, because there's good like rioting and protesting going on. It could be on Empire Day as well. That would make sense. For riots and protesting against what the Empire is doing.
Yep.
So. Yeah, stormtrooper. Again, we've mentioned these stormtroopers before. Some of them could be 501st because I think there's quite a few stormtroopers in this show. So yeah, we get this quite cool shot of like the alarm sort of going off.
Yep.
On a Imperial base. I believe it's an Imperial base with the lights and the way that they look. I think this is during the bit where Cassian takes the TIE Avenger, which would be quite a cool scene.
Yeah.
We have this shot, which I believe is Goran. Looks very cool. Looks very nice, actually.
It does.
I think I'd quite like that because it's very like scenic, bit of sea, bit of like nice mountain terrain to look at. Very cool. We see, I can't remember her name, but I believe this is Deborah. Remember her name? I'm gonna have to look it up because it's gonna drive me mad because we're talking about her. But you know the one I mean.
The blonde lady that she's in like a white uniform.
Well, she's an ISB agent.
Yeah.
Um,
What's her name?
sorry, I'm almost there. Dedra Miro. So I was close. Dedra.
Yeah.
Dedra. So yeah, here she is on
Miro.
Coruscant, I believe. I love how visually stunning like it looks.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can clearly see that they had a budget and
Yeah.
you know they've made Coruscant look very nice and as you would expect it to look, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, nice to see some more Coruscant.
It does look very different to the prequel days.
Yeah. I guess, you know, but
it has to, like, it's a different time.
Yeah. So we then get this shot of like obviously some stormtroopers and I can't remember his name, but they've thrown this guy, which is Andor's mate, to the floor. This is on that like harvest like planet that we see in the first trailer that he's being held back by stormtroopers. So this planet is going to have something going on with it. It's going to be a big story in the show, I reckon.
Yeah, for sure.
I really like this shot. This is one of my favorite shots in the thing because of it's connected like to Rogue One sort of thing.
Yeah.
So we see the back of Saw Gerrera looking out of the like window on Jeddah that we see him looking out of in Rogue One. But the way that they've positioned him, he's not like central in the circle, like looking out. He's like a little bit left of it. And in the distance, you can see Jeddah City and the Star Destroyer coming in over the top of it that we see in Rogue One. So I think that's really cool how they've like
sort of
captured it.
Together, yeah.
Of the like, in Rogue One, we see the Star Destroyer leave before the Death Star turns up and destroys Jeddah City. Whereas in this one shot, we see the Star Destroyer incoming above Jeddah City and Saw Gerrera looking at it. So I thought that was very cool. We see Mon Mothma addressing the Senate.
Yes.
Very cool.
Very pretty cool.
Are we going to see Palpatine? Possibly. Are we going to see? I think it's Moss. You know, the blue one with the horns.
Yeah.
Masameda.
Yeah. Yeah, I think.
I think that maybe that could be like Masameda that we see there, which would be quite cool because it would make sense as well. You know, he's basically Palpatine's right-hand man in the Senate. So, are we going to see any other sort of
familiar faces?
Yeah, some familiar senators, maybe like a live-action Senator Chuchi.
Like Bell Vanna or something.
Could see Bale. Could see a Senator Chuchi in
that
live action.
That would be very cool.
That would be cool.
I want to see Padme.
R.I.P. But no, I mean, I think a Senator Chuchi would make sense. But it's like, you know, I quite like Senator Chuchi because she did so much. She stands up for the clones.
For the clones, yeah.
So she gets a vote.
Yeah.
We see this scene that we believe is on the planet from the first Andor where they revolt. You know, where the woman via the droid, so I can't remember. Basically, like, rise up, fight.
Yeah.
I think this is on that planet because of the walls and the floor, and I think we've seen this in like the other trailer. Yeah. We see Luthen chatting to Andor in his normal look.
Not his disguise.
No. I know it's not going to go well for him, but I hope
mean,
it doesn't go too badly for him.
We don't see a lot of him in the trailers, so.
We see like 3 bits of him. So
and he's not in Rogue One, so
yeah.
We know something's about to go
Not my Luthen, not my Chernobyl, mate. Yeah, again, back to that harvesting planet. A lot of people were saying Dathomir. A lot of people were saying not Dathomir.
Dathomir.
Dantooine, sorry.
Dantooine, yeah.
And I was like, no, it's not Dantooine.
No.
A lot of people saying Lothal.
Mm-hmm.
Still a possibility. So,
I mean, they could bring in any of the rebels into the series. But
they could, but I think the way that they're going to do
reckon-
the show, I don't think they're going to want to
mix it all
bring
up.
in characters just for the sake of it. It'd be like, oh my god, there's Hera. It'd be like, if she's going to be in it, she has to be a part of the story, not just like,
not just a cameo.
Yeah, look, there's Hera. Way. So again, like sort of next shot, we see one of these like Imperial. Oh, what are they called? Because it's not like the cruisers, but it's like the transport Imperial ships that carry the like all the troops and that. We see it in the Mandalorian a lot and in Rebels. So very cool. Now, obviously, everyone's looking at it because the Empire is now here by the looks of it. I really like this shot. Sort of, again, this is on Goran, and it's like a shot behind some riot Imperials by the looks of it. You know, like SWAT police.
Yeah.
You know, like
very similar.
They got the riot gear, helmets, the shields. So
the
these obviously
look quite similar to the ones in Solo.
Yeah, the mud trooper sort of helmets.
Yeah, similar to that.
Very similar design, but obviously these have got the like face shields. So I think this is going to be a really interesting new Imperial that we're going to see in Star Wars because these guys are clearly not stormtroopers. These guys are like riot troopers. And, you know, I think we're going to start seeing after Andor people within the 501st doing
all these cosplays.
Riot troopers, you know, because it's quite cool. You know, I think that's the thing when they introduce like new troopers, there's always going to be like someone in like the 501st that's like, I want to be the first to do a riot trooper. You know? You know, and I think that's quite cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's quite a cool shot. We see ISB headquarters on Coruscant.
Yeah.
We see
Director
Ben Mendelsohn's director Krennic. Now, as you can see from this image, he is chatting to Dedra, because you can see her reflection here in the glass. So he's sort of how it looks like he's having a bit of a go at her.
Oh, yeah.
Which then does also fuel your theory about what's coming. Which I'm a bit like, if Krennic is talking to her, okay, get ahead of myself. So we see K2SO, I'm assuming, heading towards like an Imperial sort of base.
Yeah.
And he hits one of the like ISB stormtroopers. Is that what we're going to call them? You know, the ones we see in the first trailer.
Yeah,
they're not like full stormtroopers, but
they don't have the helmets on.
No. And he sort of like slaps one of them. Like he's just like.
I feel like there's got to be K2SO, right? Like,
yeah, he's slapping an Imperial.
Yeah. It's got to be.
We see, and again, more
very nice shot.
Krennic looking out over the construction of the Death Star. So, you know, I want to know what his Star Destroyer is called, because obviously he's looking out from one.
Yep.
Very cool. We get a shot of Saw Gerrera's sort of transport ship, shall we say, and his like rebels, his fighters, because this guy is in Rogue One. We've obviously got the like weird.
When I first saw the
face.
trailer, I was like, "Is that a Wampa?"
There's a Wampa
At a
working.
glance, you look like a Wampa.
A Wampa with a blaster.
Wampa Maximus.
We do see them in. We see this guy in Rogue One though.
Okay.
And there's obviously this guy. I can't remember the guy, but
Yeah,
you see them in
the face.
season 1 of Andor, and it's like
Yeah.
Now, this is really interesting. This shot, basically, Deidre is in some sort. Dedra. She's about to be Dedra. Is in in a room what seems to be
like an interrogation cell.
It does, but it also seems to be like it's just a room in ISB headquarters.
Yeah.
Like it's got that decorum about it. Now she is being choked, like force choked.
Yeah.
Like you can see her like.
Now, what is a character that is famously known for force choking others?
Darth Vader.
So I'm hoping that Darth Vader comes into this and is force choking us.
I can't really. It's hard to argue because doesn't.
He's in Rogue One.
I
so
know,
it would
but
make
like
sense.
He doesn't seem to be. Okay, so the way that I was looking at it when I first saw this trailer, because I looked at this scene like a couple of times. She doesn't seem to be in a situation where when some people when they're like really like anxious and stressed, they're like trying to pull like their like top button off to she looks like she's definitely being force choked.
Yeah.
So this is either Palpatine, who I doubt would force choke a random Imperial.
Yeah.
Or it's Vader.
Unless Director Krennic's got the Force, but I don't think so.
Ooh. Or it could be an Inquisitor.
Oh, yeah. That's a possibility.
So it could be like Fifth Brother or the Grand Inquisitor, maybe. But I can't really deny that it could be Vader.
Yeah.
Because
we all love Vader, and if he turns up, then...
See, this is where we get this like scene completely wrong, and it's like a plot against ISB, and someone's like cut the air circulation, and she can't actually breathe.
Yeah.
And they've shot it this way to be like Darth Vader's force choking her.
Yeah.
But we will keep you updated when Andor comes out. I know you will be very excited for this.
Yeah, we got Luthen again in his disguise.
Yeah, he's got his wig back on.
Got your wig on, mate.
Looks very good, mind.
I know, it does look very realistic.
Again, we've got some more of the freedom fighters on Goran, I believe. So these are like people that are fighting the stormtroopers.
Yep.
So yeah.
Another shot of Director Krennic.
Looking a bit sinister with two ISB agents behind him.
Looks like he's got sort of like armor on in this shot.
No, because I think you can see it's like fabric, but that's obviously like holding his cape up. Like, yeah. I think it is just like his like. Oh, it does.
No, it's definitely different.
Well, although he is supposedly at the wedding of Mon Mothma's daughter, so this could be from there. So it's more of a maybe like a ceremonial sort of outfit.
Yep.
We have some like protests and chants going on.
Maybe this is from that.
It's Goran. That's definitely Goran. Definitely.
Okay.
Because of the people with the like flags and all that.
I thought it might have been from the scene from the beginning with the stormtroopers.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Because that's Goran Massacre. I think. Got some stormtroopers running in a hall. We have I believe this is Cyril. We do see
Mhm.
again. We haven't got like every little clip.
And there's 6 K2SO bots.
Yeah, and they're all just like looking at him like, "You all right?"
Yep.
And and that's sort of how
How the
it
trailer
finishes.
ends. Yeah.
So let us know what you thought. I think it looks quite good.
Yeah.
And it's not long now.
Mm-hmm. Is it April 22nd?
I believe so. I might be wrong, but I believe so.
Yeah, something like that. I think it's near Easter.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Very soon. So yeah, that was the
New Star
second
Wars.
trailer.
Mhm.
Now we move on to Tales of the Underworld.
Mhm.
As you can see, they continue the
It's a
trend.
very nice poster as well. I quite like how they've got the credit symbol.
Yes, for the Underworld.
The bounty hunters are
But
after your credits.
I do like sort of how they do this with like all the posters for the Tales of series. So like the Jedi one was like the Jedi logo, the Empire one was the Imperial logo, and this one obviously is like you said a credit. But it does look quite interesting. Again, for a series that we didn't realise we were getting, I'm quite looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's set in again like 2 different time periods, though.
Yeah.
So it's gonna follow Cad Bane and it's gonna follow Asajj Ventress. So I believe it's Cad Bane's story of him becoming Cad Bane that we see in the Clone Wars and before.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, he's still up and coming, I think.
Yeah.
So we might even see a Django, which would be quite cool. And Asajj Ventress is like after we see her in Bad Batch season 3 sort of time.
Yeah.
So during the Empire, when you know, like, so it was 2 different time periods, which I think is quite cool.
Mm-hmm.
So we see some guy talking about you got to be careful, like around here, and like some birds sort of flying overhead, like vulture stuff.
Yeah.
And then like some guy on one of what's those camels that Kenobi Onapi, I think
something like that.
Yeah, the Kenobi rides. We see someone riding one of those in like a canyon, and then like a farm where someone's got old battle droids as like scarecrows, which I think is quite cool.
That's cool.
And then we see some guys talking to someone, and he's like Lady Ventress or something like that, and we see her looking evil. And then we also sort of get shots of like Cad Bane. I do love this shot.
Yeah. There's some really nice visuals in this.
And I think I can't remember, it's Toto, I think, talking to him, but you hear like the voice basically say like, he was your friend. Like,
yeah.
So we're gonna see
brutal
Cad Bane's past. I will say as well, like when I told you about it, it is Clone Wars animation, but it's also like stepped up animation as well.
Yeah.
Like there's a bit in a later bit where like we see Asajj Ventress and her like robe is like properly like flowing. Yeah. Like it's so cleverly done.
It's like animated, but it's also realistic as well.
It's almost like motion capture almost, but I don't think it is. But obviously we see Cad Bane talking to some guy here. And then I'm assuming this is like a young Cad Bane.
Yeah.
And his mum, I think. So clearly something, his friend has betrayed him. And it's all gone wrong. And what I find quite interesting though, so we find that this is Asajj following her journey of like helping the path. So finding like Jedis and Force sensitive people that survived obviously Order 66.
Yeah.
Because in this sort of episodes or whatever, or what we've seen of the trailer, she's helping this kid who has a blue lightsaber. So So could this be another Order 66 survivor?
Mhm.
I have a theory. I might be wrong.
Okay.
Could this be Kanan?
No,
You don't think so?
because he doesn't. He doesn't really look like Kanan though. Like when we saw Kanan in the Bad Batch.
I know, but like,
yeah.
Also, it could be a way to tie in like what happened with Kanan. How did because
that's true.
Because the last we see of Kanan at the end of the Bad Batch, he flees into a forest.
Yeah.
And then the next we see of him, he's a fully grown adult.
Yeah.
On Lefal, helping Hera and the Ghost team.
Mm-hmm.
So could this be a way that, like, I don't know. I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, clearly this kid is like a Padawan or like someone who survived because in the trailer there. But Asajj obviously is helping him escape, whatever.
Yeah.
We see an Inquisitor turn up, a new one.
Yeah.
Haven't seen this one before.
Mm-hmm.
So could this be first brother, second sister, third cousin? One of those. I don't know. Fourth auntie.
Who knows?
But we see Asajj with a yellow lightsaber again.
We do.
And we see the bright red Inquisitor one. We see a bit of a standoff as well between
very Clint Eastwood.
Yeah. With Cad Bane and what is obviously the guy that betrayed him.
Yeah.
I can't imagine Cad Bane losing this standoff.
No.
I mean, even if it's young Cad Bane,
yeah.
I can't imagine it because Cad Bane is just the shootout king.
Very cool. Yeah.
Here we have our first sort of look at
the new Inquisitor.
He looks really weird.
He does.
He's obviously got like red sort of eyes, but his like skin almost looks a bit like weak way. Like sort of like Honda Anaka sort of thing.
Yeah.
But his helmet's really weird as well. So,
How weird.
We also get we see Asajj sort of escaping stormtroopers on some like Imperial facility because we see like Star Destroyers in the background. But obviously from this scene here, we can still see that the Imperials are still using LA-ATs.
Yeah.
Or this is either a scene from like Cad Bane in the past, in the Clone Wars or something.
Yeah, true.
But I'm going to say I think it's the Empire still using Clone Wars
technology.
Yeah, before they get the rest of the stuff. Which would be quite cool because I love a bit of it, love a good LA-AT.
Yeah.
Very cool ship, isn't it? And I like this explosion. We do see a lot of shooting and a lot of people getting blasted and destroyed. Yeah. And I believe you pointed it out. It's also the first time that we see Clone Wars stormtroopers.
Yeah.
And they look quite good.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. I mean, it is quite interesting because, Cad Bane's story is sort of a throwback. But then Asajj's story is sort of carrying on from when we see him in Bad Batch.
Yeah.
And I think it's really cool how they have brought back Asajj because a lot of people were expecting more from her returning in the Bad Batch after reading like the Dark Disciple. And obviously for her to only come back for one episode, I think people were a bit disappointed. So I think this is for the fans that really wanted to see a bit more of Asajj, and who knows, maybe we'll get an appearance from what's his name, Dryden Voss?
No, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe.
But yeah,
Quinlan Voss. That's what I meant to say.
I was a bit like, hey. I was like, why is Dryden? But I'll go with it. I'll go with it.
Quinlan Voss. Because in Dark Cycle.
Well, I'm not going to say anything because every time I've said Quinlan Voss is going to show up as a cameo in the show, it never happens. So I'm just not going to say anything this time. I'm not putting it on the bingo card.
Yeah.
All right? It's not going on there.
I think we should do a bingo card though because that was quite fun with the Bad Batch one.
We'll do a bingo card. I don't think I'm going to get any right.
No.
But we'll find out.
Unless you put Cad Bane appearance. Oh my god.
Oh, who would have guessed it? Yeah, this is clearly like young Cad Bane, dude. There he is.
Hey, maybe Clint Eastwood does a voice.
Maybe.
We can go crazy with the bingo card. Anyway,
but
very cool, and we're very.
This is definitely younger Cad Bane, definitely.
Yeah.
And he does say like, "You took everything from me," or something like that.
Yeah.
So he's clearly like killed someone or done something. You know, this is Cad going down the path that we see him become. Well,
maybe we'll find out why he is such a bad.
And I'm gonna put Jango Fett on my bingo card now. I just thought of it.
Yeah.
I'm going for it. I'm putting down the.
You go for it.
So yeah, so here we have Asajj sort of working or I think she's fighting with this young kid. Do you know what? I might even put that down as Kanan.
Yeah. I mean the eyebrows are sort of there.
Like looking at the lightsaber, maybe.
The eyebrows are sort of that. You might be onto something.
Could you imagine if I called this?
Yeah.
Make a note of it, people. I think it would make sense.
Yeah.
To be like to instead of finding like another random Order 66 Padawan who survived, like give us a bit more context of what happened with Kanan. Because last we see him, he literally like ran into a woods. He was a kid, and somehow he's ended up as like a full-on adult.
That's very true.
Very cool. That'd be cool. I do like this shot though. Very cool.
Is that it?
I don't believe so.
No.
It is.
Is it?
I thought there was more. I think there is other shots, but like there is a bit in the like standoff with Cad Bane where they like both draw and shoot. But yeah. Interesting. I'm looking forward to it. I'm
very excited for Tales of the Underworld.
Yes.
I do quite like these Tales series.
Like, yeah, I was a little bit disappointed with the last one.
The Empire one, yeah.
So I'm hoping for more from this one. But
from what we've seen, it does look quite cool.
Yeah. So,
like two characters that are very interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, very cool. Yeah, that is about it. We have some Troopers of the Week.
We do.
Let's go. Shall I do my one first?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So mine is by the Night Squadron, if you've heard of them. Basically, they're like an artist that does like T-shirts and stuff like that. Is that right? Because I just wanted to check that I wasn't getting it wrong. But they've done a T-shirt with a design of Rex and Cody. So if I sort of show you the like Rex and Cody like close up first. Look at that.
And they're like sort of holding hands.
Yeah,
like
and they have like it on like a white T-shirt. They have it on a black one as well. But it's so cool. Like, they look so good. I might have to get this T-shirt. Just because this is my sort of T-shirt. You know, it's like two of my favourite clones.
Yeah.
So shout out to them.
Very cool.
So yeah,
I think that's very cool too.
yeah,
So my trooper of the week is someone called Sanitize Creations, and they make clone trooper helmets, and they're very detailed. But they've posted a video, and basically Tim Morrison is signing some of their helmets, and I just thought it was very, very cool, and you can sort of see in this video just how detailed they are. Like it's even got the snow on the like 332nd. See if I can get better footage to show you guys. But they're so detailed. There you go. Like they got the bits of weathering, the scratches. It's so cool. Like to have this many helmets. I would love it. Just a whole wall of helmets. But yeah, very cool.
Very nice.
So yeah, that's Sanitize Creations on Instagram.
Very cool. Two very good there.
Yeah.
So
We love the clones, so why not
obviously,
shout out some clone art?
very cool. So that's going to be it from us, guys. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Again, yeah, Tales of the Empire and Andor Season 2, there's some good stuff coming out, which is good.
Yep.
And I believe we've got Mandalorian and Grogu coming out soon.
Yes.
So, that's, I think, in a couple of months still.
Isn't it next May, though?
I thought it was this one.
I think it's
I might be wrong.
year.
If it's next May, we've got to wait till next May.
Yeah, I think it got pushed back. But we still have Mandalorian and Grogu on the way. But first we have Andor Season 2. We have this Tales of the Underworld, May 4th. And then hopefully we'll get an announcement soon for like Super Season 2.
Probably at Celebration.
Yeah.
You'll get any like big updates, won't we? So
yeah. And Celebration is only in a few weeks, so
very cool.
That'll be very soon that we'll see all the cool things from Celebration.
Yeah.
To
do like a big special episode about all the things there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we will see you guys next week. Have a good rest of the evening, and we'll see you on the next episode. May the Force be with you.